Hey everyone, Larry Bailey here, and it is Friday, July 5th. So a lot of folks aren't working today. Congratulations. I'm not one of those folks. Just out here on my dog walk in the morning, giving you another video update. A couple things I wanted to share with you. First of all, it's July 5th. That means that we've got roughly 5 months left to really make a difference for 2024. Yes, I know there's 6 months technically, but you're probably not making significant change in December. Let's be real. You're probably just rounding out the year. So what does that mean? That means that you have to make sure you're prepared for all the things that still have to happen this year. If you're using Encompass, which a lot of folks I work with do, you've got a very important set of updates coming out with version 24.2. I've done walkthrough releases. You can find them over at mortgage.community. And the reason why I do these is a couple of reasons. Actually, first reason is to make sure that you're aware of the changes. It is one thing to get an email. It's another thing to actually read it. It's the most important thing is to understand it. And learning is different for everyone. For me personally, I actually learn mostly by doing. Part of the doing is to actually reading, saying things out loud. And I found that most Encompass administrators are tactile learners. You can explain something to an Encompass administrator, you can even show them, but until they physically put their hands on keyboards and actually do the work, the retention is shallow. Doesn't mean it's not there, it just means it's shallow. So if you are interested in making sure that you have the most information from someone like myself who's been exclusively working on an Encompass platform as a user, as an administrator, as a business owner, as a teacher for the last 20 odd years, then head over to mortgage.community. You'll find all kinds of information there. It's always free. It's open to everyone to join, regardless of who you work for, because I want to make sure you understand information from as many sources as possible, not just one particular company, but I want to make sure that you have access to it so you can understand it. So that's number one. Number two is if you're interested in actually learning. I think learning is a really big deal. I think learning should happen every day. And part of that learning is having a platform to learn and having constant updates and having the ability to learn multiple ways, whether it's through quizzes or whether it's through live sessions or whether it's through viewing recorded sessions. Again, everybody learns a little bit differently. So if you head over to masteringencompass.com, you'll see that there's links to go check out the Mastering Encompass as an admin. It is a 1-year-long subscription. We have live classes every day. And as I said a moment ago, with the 24.2 coming out to test environments in July, guess what's going to get updated starting with July? Yep, that's right. So I want to make sure that the lessons that you're learning are always kept up to date, that you're always around someone who gives you the ability to ask questions live. We do that 4 days a week with the Mastering Encompass. And it's the most affordable plan out there anywhere, which is literally for a single person, $2,500 for the entire year. For 2 people in your company, it's $3,000. It's extraordinarily affordable to do that. Last thing is about learning. And so with July, continuing education for those that are licensed loan originators is a real thing. And I know there's a lot of people out there that work for banks, credit unions, things like that, or even IMBs that are part of a bank or a credit union where you don't necessarily theoretically have to worry about ongoing education, which I think is a big miss. One of the folks that Mortgage Workflow Partners is partnered up with is a Knowledge Coop. And I came to know who Ken Perry was because I used his course. I used his course to reenact my MLO license that I had. Like, you know, for those that know me, I spent my first 20 years in retail sales. When the NMLS came out, I went and got my number. So, but I let it lapse because I wasn't focused on that part. But I did feel it was important to reactivate it and keep that licensing current. I use Knowledge Coop as a user, absolutely love it, and quite frankly, Ken and the style that the Knowledge Coop teaches in inspired me. It actually inspired on how I teach. So kudos to them for doing that. And I would tell you, all continuing education is not created equal, and you should learn from somebody directly who's in it every day. Just like I'm in Encompass every day, and I work with ICE Mortgage Technology developers and senior management to make sure I understand exactly what ICE Mortgage Technology intended Encompass to do in a particular area to make sure that you're using it in the best way possible. That's exactly what Knowledge Coop does, and that's exactly what Ken Perry does with delivering ongoing education. So even if you don't necessarily, quote unquote, need it for your license, you should want to learn how to make sure that you're complying with regulations in any particular state or even at the federal level. Just because if that's your thing, if that's your job, your profession, you should want to do it the best way possible with the most knowledge possible. And that's why we're actually launching together. Very soon we'll see the official announcements, but we're launching Mastering Encompass for users exclusively through the Knowledge Coop. So it's a really cool thing. I'll be excited when that gets out there in the public. If you have any questions about that, I would encourage you to get a hold of your account representative over at Knowledge Coop. You could talk to them about that. Besides that, you guys, I hope everybody had a safe and happy 4th of July. Hope everybody enjoys the freedoms that we have as a country. And I would encourage you to do everything you can to continue to learn and grow in your own profession. Thanks for listening today. We'll catch you on the next one.